Hey guys, long time no see. 24 hours just seems like too long. Today we have the top 10 most extreme jobber beatdowns. Let's talk about it. So all of these videos are going to be hard for me to play in this video without getting copyrighted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link all of the videos down below. The number 10 spot goes to Vader and Scott Steiner versus Shawn Summers and Roderick Street. Vader and Steiner did not hold back on this match, from the unprotected headshots with a steel chair to dropping them right on their heads. It was hard to watch. I'm shocked these guys had any interest in being a wrestler after this match. And this was one of the most violent squash matches in history. Number 9, we have Goldberg versus Starr. Goldberg's flattening of jobbers became more intense as his stock value grew. Goldberg decided to use his professional football background and tackle Starr as hard as possible and pretend it was a spear. Number 8, Razor Ramon versus Jeff Hardy. Baby Jeff Hardy jobbing out to a prime Razor Ramon is weird. Rough around the edges with a sloppy razor's edge to finish, where Ramon plants Hardy square on his left shoulder. This finisher looked legitimately like an awful landing. Thankfully, Jeff Hardy would go on to be even more successful than Razor. Number 7, LOD versus Dwayne Gill. The Legend of Doom joined the WWE from their stellar run as the Road Warriors in the NWA, looking to make an impact. Their ultra-stiff style had been honed in the last decade, and they unleashed it on poor Tony Ulysses and Dwayne Gill, prior to his success as Goldberg. LOD threw, suplex, clothesline, and slammed their overmatched opponents with full force. Dwayne Gill got basically be-freaking-headed and definitely concussed with a brutal Doomsday Device finisher at the end. Number 6, Vader versus Thurman and McCoy. Vader stiffed up McCoy with clubs to the chest, brutal enough to break bone. And then Thurman tags in. Vader starts slapping him in the face, full force, and chokeslams him so hard, folding his body in half at a terrible angle. Then Vader picks him up for a powerbomb and drops him in the same bad angle and broke his back. Legit. When the match ended, he wasn't moving. Vader hovered over him for like 45 seconds, running his mouth afterwards. Number 5, Roddy Piper versus Rick McGraw. It appeared that McGraw's head was being driven into the mat super hard with the moves that Roddy Piper threw at him early on. McGraw was struggling more than expected early into this match. With McGraw laying down, the officials felt something was wrong and stopped the bout, declaring Piper the winner. McGraw was attended to in the ring and had to be carried out of the ring. McGraw had promising talent, but unfortunately he died 8 days later. I don't know if that was related to like in-ring injuries or something prior to that, but it was hard to watch. Number 4, Steiners versus the guys from New Japan Pro Wrestling. This video I wasn't able to find. This is based off of memory, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in pictures of them squashing jobbers. The Steiners punished and pummeled their opponents within inches of their lives, taking turns to heap on the misery in a precise and systematic way. Here, they pulled absolutely no punches or kicks as they wrecked both. This match is notorious because of the botched spots coupled with stiff blows. One opponent, Luzuka, was obviously in a great deal of pain and bleeding the hard way from the mouth after Rich botched a move. The Steiners did not allow either man to stay on offense for very long and started their out-of-control punches and kicks as soon as they got the opportunity. Number 3, Perry Saturn versus Mike Bell. In 2001, during an episode of Jacked, Perry Saturn faced off against Mike Bell in a match which was fine until Bell botched 2 arm drags, sending Perry Saturn landing on his head. After the second botch, Saturn lost it and destroyed Bell. He then shoved Bell out of the ring, causing him to land directly on the back of his head. Number 2, Dynamite Kid versus Mick Foley. Dynamite Kid was known for being a tough guy and for his stiffness as a worker. When Foley and Les Thornton wrestled the Bulldogs in a tag team match early into Foley's career, Kid manhandled him so bad in the ring that he tore a ligament in Foley's jaw with a clothesline, preventing Foley to eat solid foods for weeks until his recovery. And the number one spot goes to the mass transit incident. 17-year-old Eric Coulis pretended to be a wrestler in Wild ECW by lying about his age and experience against the Gangstas. It wasn't really much of a match at all, as Coulis was basically brutalized by multiple household appliances and other weaponry, before going for the big bloodshed moment by getting cut with a scalpel. Supposedly, he had agreed to be bladed beforehand, and when New Jack, the perpetrator, performed the cut, it ended up cutting way too deep, making Coulis bleed like a blood volcano. This put ECW in jeopardy, rightfully so, and is number one on the list. So, what do you guys think? Would these have been on your top 10 list of jobbers being freaking brutalized, or do you have other ones? Leave a comment down below. That's it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!